Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is The Mysterious Pencil and welcome. You've probably noticed by now that I'm in a Minecraft world, except I'm not in a regular Minecraft world. No, I'm in a modded Minecraft world. Yes, it's been modded or modified with Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved as a mod pack that I'll be showcasing to you today. Let's get started. First off on the list, we have Industrial Craft. Industrial Craft is a very old, very classic... Whoa. I just realized that. My skin is all flubbed up. It's supposed to be white on the left half and black on the right. That's interesting. Oh dear, it's raining. Let me fix that real quick. That's better. Anyway, this is Industrial Crafts 2. Very old, very old mod. In fact, I think this is one of the first technology mods to ever be created for Minecraft. So here I'm just displaying some of the basic aspects of Industrial Craft. Here we have 4 of the ores that are featured in Industrial Craft, which is copper, tin, uranium, and lead. And what Industrial Craft does is it basically allows for a much wider variety of things to do in Minecraft. For example, it introduces power into the game and electricity and allows you to do all sorts of crazy stuff with it, including getting cool stuff like a mining laser, which once crafted, all you have to do is right click and it'll shoot out a laser bolt. It will drop any items for you. Oh, that's weird. It can't go through bedrock, can it? No, it can't. That must have been from earlier. Okay. But yeah, this is a very useful little tool for mining, exactly as advertised. You can also get very advanced armor and weaponry, such as the quantum suit armor. So let me just equip this real quick. First off, look at how awesome this looks. I mean, look at this. I look like I'm about ready to take on whatever, okay? Doesn't matter what it is, I'm ready to take it on. Oh yeah, sprint speed is insane with this. Let me go in first person. Ooh, wow. I wonder what speed potion must be insane with this. Oh jeez, going so fast my frames are dropping. Wow. Alright. Now the quantum suit uses power. There it says 10 million EU charged, and EU is the power in IC2, which is the abbreviation for Industrial Craft 2. And EU is generated from a variety of generators, and this is the most basic generator. You can craft this just by putting a furnace and some industrial crafting materials around it in a crafting table. This will allow you to burn coal to produce EU, and you can put items that require power in this top slot up here, though I can't put this in here because it's already fully charged. And this is a bat box. It is the most basic form of battery. There's some power in here because I burned some coal in this generator earlier. Yeah, and you can also put armor in here to charge up. Oops. And this is the rubber tree. It is one of the new trees added from IC2. And it is unique because on the bark it grows rubber. And you can take a rubber tree sap tap, or just tree tap. Or if they changed the name of that, I remember it as tree sap tap. But you can right click on the bark and it will give you resin. And you can smelt the resin into rubber, and with rubber you can make cables. And cables are in crafting recipes and are used for distributing power as well. That is Industrial Craft. Next up we have Thumbcraft, and Thumbcraft is a very unique mod for sure. It is a magic mod, so it introduces lots of concepts that are definitely not within the anywhere near the vanilla. Oh, how should I say it? Very modded, I guess. That's the best, really the best way to describe it. It's very modded. But here are some of the ores from Thumbcraft. We have all the different elements infused into stone. Pretty neat. When you mine those, you can get V shards, and V shards you can use for crafting recipes in Thumbcraft. Some different items from Thumbcraft. There's the Boots of the Traveler, which you can craft using an arcane infusion, which was too complicated for me to set up. Through arcane infusion, you can get Boots of the Traveler, which allows you your walking speed and running speed to be much faster. Very, very neat, very, very nifty. I'll skip over the wands and focuses for now, because this will take a bit of time to show that off. But next, this is an example of one of the weapons from Thumbcraft. Sword of the Zephyr does 7 attack damage, so it's as good as a diamond sword. And if you hold right click, then, as you can see, throws up a bit of a windstorm and slowly lifts you up in the air. So, pretty fun. And this is a thermometer. With this, you can hold right click to scan items, and you'll get the elements that's 2 words that are hard to say back to back. You'll get all the elements that block contains. So if I were to scan the grass block, oh yeah, and if you need to discover the elements first. So in order to scan the grass block, if you see at the right there, it says to understand this, you need to study the sources of life. And I've not studied the sources of life yet, so I cannot do that. Oh, and you can also scan things in your inventory like this. Alright, next would be the wands. Now, the wand you can craft using an arcane work table, which is just a crafting table that you right-click with the wand, and it's a whole process. But basically, this is a very nice multi-tool. So if you hold F, then it will pull up all the different focuses that you can have. Each of these you have to craft individually, and you can carry them in a focus pouch. Now, right now I'm carrying every single focus in the game. Some of these are quite expensive, like the warding. It's quite expensive. Telekinesis is expensive. XP drain is expensive. And then there are ones like fire or excavation that aren't as expensive. Those are also created using arcane infusion. So each wand has a charge. You can see in the upper left-hand corner each element, and you can refill it by finding aura nodes. And those are naturally generating not structures. They're like ores, kind of. You just have to go around and find them and harvest the materials from them. But I won't show off every single one of these because that would take quite a bit of time. But I'll just show off some of the biggest ones. So warding is quite popular because you can right-click with it, and it will ward that block. And you can't tell that it's warded if you're not holding the wand. When you hold it, then it shows which block is warded. And warding the block just means that you can't break it. What I mean is that you cannot break it in survival mode. So if I were to try to break this, I can't. Pretty cool. Although you can only do 1 block at a time, and it uses quite a bit of energy to do so. So it's not good you can't just ward your entire base, in other words. I suppose you can, but that would take quite a long time. So yeah, you'd only want to ward like walls in specific areas. Another good one. Let's see here. Fire, this is a classic one. Just hold right click and fire. Pretty easy. Here, let's get some test subjects here. Zombie. Oh dear, maybe I'm peaceful. Yep. Alright, so hold right click. Small fire knocks them back a bit. Doesn't do great damage. Actually, it doesn't even do good damage, but it sets them on fire, which does good damage over time. So that's nice. And there's also frost, which just lobs a hunk of ice at them. Those didn't used to be spherical. They used to be yeah, those used to be little chunks of ice. That's interesting. Alright, oh geez, these slimes are lagging up my game. Let's turn back to peaceful. Alright, so those are all the attack ones, all the attack focuses, and there's also things like Primal. This is still technically an attack focus, but you right click on it and it sends a slow moving projectile that explodes on contact with anything. And fun fact, you can also, if you hold right click and spam these, you have a chance of creating a hungry node, which is an incredibly rare occurrence where an RO node basically becomes a black hole and starts sucking in everything around it. I would show one of those, but they're unbelievably rare. So maybe sometime in the future I'll do that. The portable hole focus is another very useful one. You can right click on any surface and it will create a hole. Now, obviously you can't go through there because that's bedrock, but if that were all grass all the way down, then it would create a hole for me to jump through. That's weird. Should not be doing that. Oh, I guess that's just a glitch. Let's see here. Any other big ones? Ooh, equal trade. Yes, this is probably actually the biggest one of them all. So this one is extremely useful for building. So you can hold and shift right click, then go somewhere else and right click. Then it'll do that. Or if you're, I can't demonstrate this because I'm creative, but if you left click, then it will only do a single block. And when you hit shift right click, that's what selects the next block that you want to do. Another fun fact, if you want to destroy a large area, then you could take a bunch of torches. Although I will not demonstrate because it is extremely laggy when I do so. But if you want to clear out a large area all at once, then take like torches or ladders or something that requires a block next to it, and just right click on the ground and it will start clearing out the area. I'll try this telekinesis one. I don't think I've actually ever tested this one out. Doesn't appear to be doing much. Can I move like items? Oh, that's cool. That's fun. Alright. Anyway, I've spent way too much time just on the Industrial Craft and Thumbcraft mods. Those are two extremely big mods, so there are probably only a few more mods that I'll spend this much time on. But yeah, from here it should be pretty quite a bit quicker. Anyway, on to the next mod. Yes, this one is Draconic Evolution, or Draconic Evolution, whichever one you prefer. And this, it basically allows you to get extremely OP late game gear. So I'm going to equip all this stuff. Oh yeah, this stuff looks 10 times cooler than the quantum armor. Check this out. Isn't that insane? Whoops. Nope. I do not want to broadcast to Twitch. Thank you very much. There we go. But that's what the back looks like. Front, so three-dimensional. It's crazy. But this armor is insanely powerful. I don't want to do any demonstrations because that will lag up the game quite a bit. And here's a few examples of some late game items: a Draconic Sword, Bow, and Pickaxe. they do what you would expect. It's a very powerful bow, very powerful sword, and very powerful pickaxe. So yeah, I mean, I can do some more. I'll give some of these mods their own video sometime in the future, and I can give a more in-depth explanation of each of these. But for now, that's all you're gonna get since I have so many to move through. Alright, next mod is Immersive Engineering. This one is a very, very neat mod, and it's one of my favorites, in fact. But it's another technology mod, and it's more like a steampunk kind of version of Industrial Craft. So here, this is not a working setup. I didn't have the time to really set up a power station for this windmill to actually turn it into power. Basically, you can get a windmill which will produce a very tiny amount of power. You can store that power using cables and connect it to a capacitor, which is basically like a battery. And this is an RF power, which stands for redstone flux. And RF power is probably more widely used than EU power. There are different types of powers, and there are different types of machines that use the different types of powers. So there are machines that use RF and machines that use EU. Immersive Engineering power generation blocks will generate RF, and Immersive Engineering also has machines that will use RF. Very, very neat mod. I wish I could go more in depth into it, but there's a lot of complicated multi-block structure stuff and all stuff. Oh, carpenter's blocks. I didn't make an entry for carpenter's blocks. I feel so ashamed. Okay. This is very important. I need to get a few examples. That's probably good. So carpenter's blocks is a extremely useful mod. I just love it so much. Basically makes it to where you can, first off, you can have slopes, which is awesome. But you place it like that, and you can fill this in with any block you want. Also, another thing that I love is that the transition is smooth when you're walking up it. It's not like, well, not only does it look smooth, you can walk up it and it's a smooth transition. It's not like other mods where it's kind of glitchy, or maybe it's just a full block and it looks like that. Yeah, very neat mod. As you probably saw, there are several different types of carpenter's blocks. Oh, garage doors are neat. Those take a little bit of time to set up, though, so I won't do that now. Anyway, it's a bit of a detour there. I just realized that I forgot to do carpenter's blocks in this list, so I had to do that. Yes, alright, so next up is Project Red. This is basically redstone, but way better. So this is a very simple example, but here you have a lever that will power this red alloy wire, which is basically a stand-in for redstone. And first immediate difference is that it can go up walls and on ceilings all the way back around. And second difference, and this is my favorite difference between them, is that with redstone it has to be directly connected to whatever it's powering, but with Project Red it just has to be touching it for it to be powered. So I suppose that each one has its advantages. Like if you're trying to make something extremely compact, redstone, a combination of redstone and red alloy would be good. But personally, I like red alloy better. Anyway, next mod. Alright, so next up we have Thermal Expansion. This is another ancient mod. Around the same, I don't know if it was the same time as IC2, but it was definitely one of the main, it's another main technology mod. Like if you're making a mod pack that focuses on technology, then it's pretty much a given that you're going to have Thermal Expansion and IC2, or at least one of the two. So this allows you to, personally I like Thermal Expansion better than IC2. I think it's slightly more customizable, and you can, there's just a wider variety of things that you can do. Here we have a redstone furnace which burns power instead of coal to smelt things at an increased rate. A pulverizer, you can throw ores in here and it will smelt it into its, or pulverize it, into dust. Then you can smelt the dust back into ingots. and this basically allows you to double your ores. So if you throw one piece of iron ore in here, then it'll give you 2 iron dust and maybe some sort of byproducts. That's why there's multiple output slots here. There are many different machines that have uses outside of vanilla uses. Like the magma crucible, I believe this one. Oh, yes, this one just liquefies. It liquefies things using power. So you can. Oh yeah, you can also click on the little output thing here to see what recipes it will do. So yeah. So if you put amber in here, you get 5 amber instead of 1 that you normally get from smelting it. And the aqueous accumulator uses power to just accumulate water over time. The dynamos are how you generate power. So forget how the compression dynamo works. This one, the innervation dynamo, burns redstone to produce quite a bit of power. I like using this one quite a bit on my survival series, using thermal dynamics. But yeah, there are many different types of dynamos. I think each one is probably better for a different use, but generally some are going to be better than others. Like for example, the innervation is better than the compression, just because the compression is slightly more complicated because you don't just throw in an item and it produces power, versus this where you can just throw in redstone and it will give you power. But these dynamos can output power directly to a machine or to an energy cell, which is like a battery, and then you can put the energy cells onto machines. Strong boxes are a nice little chest. You can't put 2 next to each other and they'll connect, to form one big one. But that's kind of their point, though, is that you can fill stuff with them and take them wherever you go. So they're like a shulker box, but way cheaper. And all this stuff is resonant, so this is the most expensive version. Each one has different versions of, like, you have cheaper versions and more expensive versions. Resonant is the most expensive version of each of these. And you have caches, which are like, basically they just store a ton of one item that can be retrieved later with pipes or something along those lines. Anyway, on to the next mod. Alright, so this mod is big reactors. Now, I do not have the patience to build a reactor and try to actually get it working, so I'll just talk about it while displaying some of the very aesthetically pleasing blocks that it has to offer. Big reactors is a way to produce insane amounts of RF by building like a fusion reactor or a turbine or something like that. And yeah, these are basically just gigantic multi-block structures that use stuff like yellorium or plutonium or something like that, or anything like that as fuel. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know for a fact, but I think that these reactors can like go critical and blow crap up. I don't know for sure though. Anyway, on to the next mod. Alright, here we have another iconic for sure. I know that it's very old, maybe even as old as IC2, or maybe even older. I don't know how long this one's been around, but this is Buildcraft. It is a very, very iconic mod. You'll see it in almost every mod pack that you play. That's been updated. These Buildcraft machines use RF power instead of EU, so you can hook up an energy cell to their machines and it will start doing stuff. Now this is an example of a quarry. I just quickly set this up. It didn't take too much time. Quarries will drill down to bedrock using land markers, I think is what they're called. So you put land markers in a radius, that's not right. You put land markers in like a little box area and then you right click on them, then they'll all connect, and you can, when you power this, it will create this frame and this drill right here. And when it is further supplied power, it will start drilling into the ground. So that I will make a demonstration for. Oh, this search bar is laggy. Wow, it's laggy. Okay. I'll just use a creative one for simplicity's sake. Alright, so I'll snap that down next to there. You can watch it go. Oh, wait. Hold on. Since, okay, this is laggy. Let's get rid of that. Okay, since there isn't any chests or anything to pick up the ores, the quarry just spits everything out in every direction. So let me fix that real quick. Let's get a crystal chest. This is from the iron chest mod. It's another very useful mod, one that I unfortunately did not put on this list. Yeah, you can just put a crystal chest or any chest right next to the quarry, and it will automatically output into there. Alright. And you can see that filling up. And you can see the quarry doing its work. Oh, you see a land marker over there. And yeah, when it's done, it just stays like that, and you can retrieve any items I collected. So, real quickly, I want to talk about the energy cell properties. So when you right-click on an energy cell, it will tell you how much. I'll just give you some basic information on the power it has. So how much power is stored in here, its maximum input and maximum output values. You can go to configuration, and here you can decide whether to output, input, or remain neutral for power. So this brown or bronze or whatever you want to call it means that it's outputting power on that side. So if I were to change that to blue, then anything with power on this side is going to be sucked into the energy cell. If it's neutral, then it's not outputting nor inputting power. And this right here is the front, this C right here. So that's how you know which side it is. So this would be the back, the left side from my point of view. This would be the left side, the front side, the right side, and underneath. Alright, so this is another thing from Buildcraft. This is the Buildcraft transport pipes. You can use these a lot to transport and sort items. And you could perhaps use these in conjunction with the quarry. Conjunction? I don't know if that's the right word or not, but I'm going to use it. So you put power into a wooden transport pipe, and that extracts items from the chest. Then you can send it along a pipe and into another chest. So it just moves items automatically from one location to another. There are many different types of pipes with many different purposes. There are sorting pipes, and there are cheaper pipes instead of gold pipes. There are void pipes. There's obsidian pipes, which basically just suck up everything. They basically act as like a vacuum hopper. People who don't play Minecraft won't get that reference. Let me get a vacuum hopper real quick. It's really, really nifty little guy. This is from the Open Blocks mod. So you plop that down. The player isn't attracted towards it. Let me set the time to down real quick. Another nice feature about creative inventories. And any item thrown near it will get sucked in, and you can pull it out. You can pull it out using pipes or any other method. So very nice for automating like mob systems and stuff like that. And so you'll see that all the dirt that I put in this chest is now here. Now obviously to all of these there is much more than what I'm showing, but what I'm showing is just like the bare, it's just some of the cool stuff from the mod and some of the useful stuff. So anyway, next mod. Alrighty, so this is the Chisel mod. This is another very iconic mod. I don't know how old it is, but I know that's very iconic, very popular. And what I've done here is that I've done a bunch of blocks and their chisel variants. So what Chisel does is it takes a regular boring old block and gives it variety. So you can put it in a chisel. Chisel is an item. Let me grab one real quick. And this is a chisel. And you can take an item of your choosing, right click on this, put it in here. You'll get many different variants of it. So what I have right here is a bunch of vanilla blocks and some different variants of that block around it. And one thing that I absolutely love about this mod is that it's not only for vanilla blocks. You can have modded blocks in here as well. So here are two modded examples. Got marble and holystone, and their variants. So it just adds a lot more variety, and when you're using the Chisel mod, it's a lot harder. Well, I shouldn't say it's a lot harder to not make it boring, but I will say that it is a lot easier to not make it boring. What? Okay, well, I don't know what I just said, but I'm sure you understand my point. Anyway, on to the next mod. So next up we have Buildcraft, and Buildcraft is a decoration mod. It allows you to place a very wide variety of different decoration blocks in different forms, or not forms, different angles. You know, there's definitely a lot of stuff that you can do with it. So for example, this is not one block, this is a bedside table, and I put another prop on top of it. So you can definitely do a lot of different stuff, and this is an unbelievably small portion of what this mod has to offer. So I highly recommend this mod. It can really liven up a boring build. Anyway, on to the next mod. Oh yes, all right. I'm excited to show off this one. This is Tinker's Construct, another very iconic mod, probably as old as IC2 and Buildcraft. This mod is extremely good. I definitely will make its own video sometime in the future, going far more in depth than I am in this video, but I'll get to that stuff later because that'll take a while. But first, I want to show you the bounce pads. So say you need to go somewhere, all right, but you don't want to walk there because that's boring. You know, you want to do it the fun way. So you would use a bounce pad, jump on it, and it bounces you. Now, that isn't very efficient, as you can tell. I only went roughly 5 to 10 blocks. So what you would want to do is stack a bunch of bounce pads on top of each other, and then, woohoo! And then that happens. If you want, you could combine this with the Open Blocks hang glider. Speaking of which, that's like a must-have on all mod packs. So I'm going to get that real quick. Oh, whoops. Searched Open Blocks instead of hang glider. Alright, so this is the hang glider from Open Blocks. You don't put it on your person, you can just right click on it and go up in the air, and you will be hang gliding. This is it's pretty cheap. All it requires is just some leather and sticks, but it's extremely good when combined with these bounce pads from Tinker's Construct. So you can just go up and fly to wherever you want. It's especially good if you also have a jetpack, which I will get into soon. I believe Industrial Craft 2 or IC2 has jetpacks, but there's a mod that that's exclusively for jetpacks. I'll get into soon. But anyway, let's get into the other part of Tinker's Construct. I like how I call it the other part. So if there's like the bounce pad part and then the tool part. But Tinker's Construct is insanely customizable. You have like complete control over everything pretty much. So this is a tool station. With this you can create any tools that you wish pretty much. Part builder, this is how you build the parts that you want to use in the tool station. This is a stencil table. Use this to create patterns, and then you can use those patterns in the part builder to create the parts that you want. This is a tool forge. This will go, I'll talk about this in the Tinker's Construct standalone video. But basically all you need to know is that you can get pretty much every single material in the game. You can get every single material in vanilla Minecraft and quite a bit of modded materials as well, and turn them into tools. So, and they each have different attributes. So if I were to get a shiny tool rod, alumite binding, and a pig iron axe head, then it would create this very unique looking pickaxe. You can hold shift for stats and control for materials. I'll show you all the unique material traits that it has. So when you combine all those traits together, you'll end up with a mining speed of 6, mining level of obsidian, effective durability 468, durability 375, and in order to repair it once it is broken, you need pig iron. You can also add on modifiers to this. So if I were to, I probably should have gotten some modifiers in this chest. Let's go to Tinker's Construct. Alright, that's tools, blocks, equipables, weaponry, items. Nope. Blocks, nope. Buckets, nope, 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 nope. Okay, it's fine. I'll just get a vanilla upgrade. So you can add on like blocks of lapis lazuli, and that'll give you luck, or diamonds, which allows you to get an extra modifier. Or not diamonds. Diamonds add durability, I think. Nether stars allows you to get another modifier. Redstone, you can add on redstone to it to give it haste. Just stuff like that. And you can also ingot forms of these, or the dust form of this, and the whatever form of this. I don't even know what to call it. But blocks is just more efficient. So you can see here it says 9 out of 450. You can just keep doing this, and this will give it luck, and eventually, once you get a certain point, it'll give it luck too. So yeah, right now it has regular luck. Once you put enough lapis on it, it'll get luck too. Same thing with this. Now it has haste, and once I keep doing this for a certain amount of time, it'll get haste too. And same thing for, wait, what? Oh, I think you can only do regular diamonds actually, not just diamond blocks. But I'm sure you get the idea. But yeah, I will definitely go more in depth into Tinker's Construct in a future date. On to the next mod. Alright, next is a chest. I do not know which mod this is going to be, so this will be a surprise for all of us. So this is the Simply Jetpacks mod. This allows you to craft jetpacks with like different stats and stuff. So the leadstone jetpack is the worst jetpack. It has low durability, low protection, and cannot store very much power at a time. And the resonate is the best. It can store quite a bit of power at a time. It has good protection, and it has a lot more stuff that you can do. With it, and you can get armored versions of each of these. So leadstone jetpack, and in parentheses it says armored, versus this one. Yeah, this one just protects you more. It's basically like wearing a chest plate along with your jetpack. Same thing for the resonant jetpack. You can also wear a redstone flux pack on your chest, where your chest plate would normally go, and this will give you an extra boost of power whenever you need it. Okay, I'm just gonna wear the creative one just to give you an example. So when I hold spacebar, I fly up. And this is extremely good when used in conjunction with the hang glider. So, yeah. As you can see here, I'm covering quite a bit of distance and not really going down much. But anyway, on to the next mod. So here we have the portal mod. This mod is one of my personal favorites. Wait, what? Well, that's interesting. I set out a portal gun out here. And, oh, that's weird. Well, that GUI is gone now. That's cool. I set out a portal gun out here for me to take later for this demonstration, and it's not there anymore. It was sitting on a pedestal, just like that, for me to pick up, but it's not there anymore, so that's interesting. First thing in the portal mod is that there are 3 different kinds of turrets. There's the sentry turret, oracle turret, and defective turret. The sentry turret will shoot at anything that comes into its sights. So let me get a peaceful mob. Shoot, this old system has me so turned around. Let's get a sheep. Oh, I went through the portal. It's hilarious. So yeah, when used in great numbers, these sentry turrets can be quite a deadly and effective defense. Oracle turrets are sentry turrets, but nice. Next up are defective turrets. They claim that they are equal to their sentry turret brethren, yet if I were to put a sheep in front of a defective turret, nothing much really happens, as you can see. So yeah, you can hear him. He's trying to shoot, and he's trying to do it, but it just can't. Poor guy. Oh, one major weakness that all turrets have is that they have half a heart of health. So punching them will kill them, or just simply walking into them. Next up, we have the radio. Next we have a, well, I really wish you would tell me what it was called. Oh, right, this is the energy pellet launcher, and this is an energy pellet catcher. So basically, when this is given a redstone pulse, it will release an energy pellet from portal 1, and this will catch it, and it will output a constant redstone signal. This is a intelligence indicator, and this will. I really love the names of these items. It's just so clever, you know. Let me pull this up real quick. You have electronics intelligence indicator. Basically, when you put a redstone signal to this, it will put a little check mark, and it will let you know that you have completed whatever task you were trying to do. So, as a demonstration, we'll hit this button. Hell goes across. It's caught by this. This outputs a redstone signal, and this lets me know that I've done a good job. I'm a good boy. Next is the jukebox. This is exclusive to the portal, mod. Very obscure block. I know it's just so weird looking. You know, you would never find anything like this in vanilla Minecraft. Of course, as you know, I am joking, and what I really want to show off is the music disc, which is still alive, which is the ending song for Portal 1, and Want You Gone, which is the ending song for Portal 2. I will not force you to sit through both of these, but I will just perform about 10 seconds of each song, just as a sample.
This was a triumph. It's hard to overstate my...
Boom, unsatisfaction. Anyway, I believe that covers everything. Yep. Next up, let's aerial faithplate ourselves onto the outro of this video. I genuinely hope that y'all enjoyed the video, and I will see you next one. Rimasa Vota, Poca Poca.